Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Energia Park in Dublin for the final instalment, the third of 3 days of this under 18 Six Nations Festival, and it should be a good one. The weather looks set fair, and it's the two teams without a win so far in the competition that go up against each other. Scotland and Ross Miller look a little bit like this. A chance for Matthew Irwin at outside half to get a start. Seb Stephen looking good at hooker, scored a try already, and captaining the side at fullback, Jack Brown. And the Wales team, well, many would say this is possibly their strongest looking side. Emmanuel and Roberts combine in the centre. There's a late change. Del Nevo takes the field. Tom Bowen was originally supposed to be playing in that 15 position, but it is Scott Del Nevo who takes over from him. A look out for Kane James out of the Falcons Academy in Sedborough School. At number 8 there, should be a box full of tricks. And the replacements, you can see that there's a shirtless one. Oliver Duncan will wear no number. And we're one shy in the Wales setup, only 25. All players should get an opportunity today at some point. It's rolling subs, lots of changes, lots of opportunity to get game time and get it. And as I say, Scotland and Wales both defeated in their other 2 matches, so something has to give this afternoon. Well, this is the first of 3 matches. France, Italy will be on your screens from about 2:15 p.m. and then Ireland versus England at 4:30. And that's young Harry Beddle right at the front of it, leading out the Wales side. The replacements make a guard of honour, welcome their colleagues and friends to the pitch. Both these sides, Wales and Scotland, have had moments where they have shone and then been slightly outclassed at times as well. And they will need or want to most definitely finish things off properly with a W against their name. Here comes Scotland. Their captain is Jack Brown. He will lead it. There he is at the front. The white boots. Not here. He's got out shot now. And what a good setup this has been in the Donnybrook part of Dublin. A couple of clicks from Dublin Bay. Energia Park playing host to all of these games. A fantastic job in combination with Wellington College over in Berkshire in England, where the women have been doing their stuff. And we will have both national anthems for you now.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we change the officials line up and come to the stand, we ask you to choose the upstanding as we play the national anthems.
Well, for so many of these players, international rugby at under 18s rugby will be their pinnacle, it will be their Everest. It is so difficult to make that transition into adult rugby and play at the top of that level. So this is such a big game, and you can see the emotion. It's there for everyone to see. Two wonderfully recited national anthems, and the emotion etched on the faces of each and every one of these players. And this is an important game. There's no two ways about it. We are not really keeping a tally on things as regards league tables, but these two sides are the only sides who have not registered a win. And so the winner of this, or should I say the loser of this competition, theoretically will view it as being bottom of the table. Not that there is a table, I'll hasten to add, but you can't get away from it. This is going to be a fiercely contested game, and Richard Gordon is our referee from the RFU. Should be intriguing, this one. I wouldn't go too far. Some real potential, some real skill on both sides, and this should be a good matchup.
Jack, low. Good.
We are underway. Boot of Harry Wild scoops it long onto the left-hand side.
Over the shoulder.
Tackle is high immediately on Fraser Wilson out of Gala. Fantastic rugby club up there in Scotland. Gala RFC, many superstars coming out of there. And Fraser Wilson, the blind side today. We're going to follow in famous footsteps. That's the boot. Jack Brown captaining the sides today. Should I say the side today? He's captained each one of the sides Scotland have put out in this competition. He started every single game as well. Scotland with some ball. Freddie Douglas, who's been industrious this whole tournament, done well. Good leg drive, supported well by Johnny Ventisek. Ball pinged out. Again, good straight running. This time Seb Stephen. One try already to his name. Irwin playing conduit well. Making some progress here, Scotland. Irwin again, little dab through, that'll work. There's a little bit of space out on the right-hand side. Tackles come in from Wales, and illegally so, says the referee. Man tackled and then not letting go of the ball and getting back up to his feet. That's it is Fraser Wilson, who is a little bit eager to get back to his feet. Good tackle was completed by the Wales defender. Harry Wild clears downfield. Relatively quick line-out, not too much hanging around for Wales, and they break into the midfield. This is the impressive Kane James, wearing number 8 for Wales today. You don't have to travel too far to find some great clips of Kane James doing his stuff on YouTube. That's a really nice little clearance from Matthew Irwin. Tiptoes into the 22, and I think that might be a 50-22, is it? It is. Really good kick from Matthew Irwin, and that'll course confidence through his veins. Lovely field position this. Good turnover. The ball was spilt, wasn't it, by Wales in the ensuing ruck. Good awareness from Matthew Irwin, who is this is his first start. He's played a fair bit. This is his first start. That's good play from Charlie Moss. Good awareness, wearing a red scrum cap today. And out of the Midlands Central Academy. Stephen seems to have been wrapped up. They've got underneath him. This could be trouble. This is it's a tackle, says the referee. Now the ball is on the floor. So we've got to work quick with it. Alderson. Another little dab through from Irwin. This isn't going to work as well. Alderson brings in Wilson. Wilson is repelled. Good aggressive defence from Wales. Oh, that's a great line. Fantastic from Godsell. Ball inside. Oh, brilliantly picked up by Stephen. That is a fantastic try from Scotland. Godsell to Stephen. Great hands. Great opening of the account for the men in navy blue. Well, we'll have another look at this. This is really nice. The initial break, good. Late run, found by Alderson here. Godsell, the Gloucester Academy lad, just about through. He throws that pass at the knees of Stephen. There's no right he should have to collect that, but he does beautifully. And the Aberdeen grammar boy making hay in the Dublin sunshine. Neat score, and Jack Brown adds the extra couple of points. Relatively straightforward for him, but that is neat. And if you include the 50-22 from Matthew Owen in that set of play, that's a really nice score from Scotland. What a take from Seb Stephen. Good power to get over the line as well. The attention of Evan Wood. And again, a really good restart and a really good take from Scotland. They are going for it at the moment. Wales have got to be careful here. Charlie Moss taken down just outside the 22. Irwin flicks it across the back line. That one doesn't quite work, although there was a bit of space out here for Rockley. Rockley's going to power his way down the left-hand touchline. He goes past one, all the passes flung inside and it doesn't quite stick. Roberts has to wrestle hard. They've got underneath him. Roberts, referee says tackle. So the ball is allowed to be placed back. Wales a little into play there, but not sure whether or not the player knew whether it was coming. One under from Pascal. Rockley, who made that incision a few moments earlier. He's a tricky runner, as the Bishop Wandsworth boy. Irwin again, bringing in runners. One of them is Ventisset. Johnny Ventisset out of St. Aloysius School. Alderson. Irwin again. Across this back line, they're stretching them. Wales are equal to the task at the moment. Ball is in the hands of Moss. Big fend from him. Ball has been stripped, has it? Yeah, I think it has. Knock on, says the referee. Oh no. Hands on the floor, says the referee. And he will penalise Scotland. And this will be, I thought for a moment there Pascal was going to go quick. There's a little word in his ear from Harry Wild, who says, no, let's ping this into the corner and see what damage we can do from the set piece. Wales had to work hard in defence in this opening nearly 7 minutes. Scotland have come full of energy, haven't they? Ball at the bottom here is Kane James. He is an absolute fury of a player. Bounces people left, right and centre. Another penalty comes for Wales. Quick tap from the right spot, says the referee. Harry Rees Weldon thought he could go quickly, and I think it's not the ball, honestly. Oh, what a shame that is. Let's have another look here if we can see the knock on. The referee, Kane James, being pulled to the floor. And the penalty comes. Let's roll this through, see if he drops the ball, does he? Gift given back to Scotland. Alderson. Hugo Alderson out of Stuart's Melville College.
We're going to sit this up right, boys.
Another proud school. I'm sure some people watching on from there and urging Hugo to do well.
Crunch. Barnes. Sit.
penalty against Scotland this time. Number 3, says the referee. Which on that side is Keita Ando. Keita Ando has had a fair run in. He's had a couple of yellow cards in this competition. Scotland also with a red card from earlier on. Ben White sent off for punching. Wales will get a go from here. 5 metres out. Trying to send some big men round the corner. Good counter ruck from Scotland. And I think they've snaffled it. They have. The cheers go up. Pilfer incomplete.
Easy.
Wales respond now. Kane James
Leave it now.
firing himself through there, and a little bit of afters. It's the greatest of kicks. Knock on comes from Rhys Weldon. Kick was an awkward one from Alderson. Irwin's is equally ugly, but it does the job. It gets them out of their own 22. Line out neatly down from Wales and into the midfield, and they get an opportunity, and here goes Kane James. That's a really good tackle on him, and they will have to do that. Freddie Douglas with the sharp defensive work there. Bursting through is Johan Emanuel. Ball on the floor again, and the referee's unhappy with it, not rolling away. Yeah, we have a Johan Emanuel at 1. We have a Stefan Emanuel at 12. They're both at the same school. They're both at the same club. They're both playing for Wales, and they're not related to each other.
Just make sure we've got more of an defensive role, please.
Just added confusion for a poor old commentator to try and work out. Harry Wild has called for the tee, and he wants to try and put Wales on the board with a 3-pointer. Let's have another look at this inroad made, and it's a super tackle from Douglas, right at the knees. Roberts responding as well. Harry Wild out of the Landwick Rugby Club. Cardiff as well, and penalty goal.
Successfully converted by the number 10, Harry Wild. So Scotland themselves in the penalty 3.
Some points for Wales to sing about. Need a little bit more on the ball. Scotland restart. And it's deep. Cody Stone, I think, with the catch and the regather. Kick downfield has made it all the way just outside the 10-metre line. Inside, depending on who you're looking at it from. Scotland will get a line out. Try scorer Seb Stephen will throw the ball in. It's scrappy, Moss, and it bounces around, and Wales are first to the ball. They gather. They'll go left. Pass behind. Stone is going to have to try and make it work. The referee is going to say we'll have a knock on. We'll come back for the scrum. Well, I hope you've been following the last 3 days of under-18s rugby, both in the women and the men. Some really good, passionate, skillful play.
Crouch.
We enjoyed what you're seeing.
Binds.
Fantastic to bring you the coverage.
Sit.
And, allow a platform for these young players to be shown on. Scotland across the back line. Brown is brought into it. Brown does well to make about 3, 4, 5 yards. Inside pass finds Rockley coming off his wing. He combined well with Watson. Rockley does well to buy himself a couple of extra metres. Again, Scotland doing well. Good quick ball. Well, I say good quick ball, and slowed down a little bit from there. Ventisse combines with Brown.
Nothing there. No advances coming back.
Thomas Russell comes in with the clear out as well. And they'll come back for the penalty in front of the posts.
Hold back line, offside.
I wonder whether this will be a response from Scotland and a kick and goal. It is eminently kickable.
Shot call.
And yes, Jack Brown, the captain. George Watson's. He points at the posts. So yeah, Scotland were beaten by Ireland and France earlier in the competition. Two good sides, and Scotland certainly struggling a little bit against France to hold their position. France came with a huge blitzkrieg action of points very early on, blew them away. Wales were beaten by Italy and Ireland. They flickered in both of those games. Certainly, again, Ireland started very quickly. Wales responded, but never clawed their way back into the game. So both of these sides attempting to get their first win of this festival competition. Another 3 points from Jack Brown will help.
Jack Brown scores Scotland 10, Wales 3.
Time off.
Some running repairs on the top of the pitch. A little bit of water comes on. Matches a little bit later on. France versus Italy, 2:15 UK time. Ireland versus England at 4:30. France undefeated. Ireland undefeated. This is Charlie Moss who's coming off. And this is Oliver Duncan without a number on his back. Recognise him from previous appearances in this competition. He's played quite well, Oliver Duncan.
Early replacement for Scotland, number 5, Charlie Ross.
He gets a go early on.
Duncan, who wears a blank jersey.
Duncan can play in the second row and the back row. Started at number 8 against France, I think it was. Scott Denevo, Wales fullback, a late replacement. Tom Bowen was supposed to be with us up in the warm-up. Left, Wales go. Oh, they've unlocked it down the left-hand side. Oh, what an offload! Brilliant! And away goes Stone. Stone for the corner. Oh, what a finish that is! Electric work. The offload from Carl Harris. And like a pocket rocket. He's diminutive in style and size, but my goodness. Cody Stone with an expert finish in the corner. Have another look at this offload from Carl Harris, the Ospreys boy. Delightful pass found by Denevo, and then just that inside ball, flick of the wrist. And Stone still has it to do. He has to go round Jack Brown. What a lovely score this is for Wales, and this will make them feel a lot better about themselves. Ah, yes, that's the highlight reel ball from Carl Harris. And Stone, who's he's looked effervescent so far whenever he's got the ball, and now with a neat little score for Wales, and this kick could bring them level. Wild is going to steer it to the left-hand side of the upright. Yeah, but we could watch this again and again. Lovely pass, this from Denevo. Have a look at this, puts it in his right hand. At the back. And he's there to see his mate over the line as well. Beautiful from Harris, lovely finish from Stone. We have a 2-point game.
Line, Reed. Line.
Well, the handling, impeccable. For Seb Stevens' try, a little bit earlier from Scotland. Some excellent catching and passing. Cody Stone's score there, really, really strong. Skill level, at under 18 level, rather unsurprisingly perhaps, is excellent. There is Stephen who bursts through the line. Scotland again.
Leave the leg, leave the leg.
Ben James being told to leave the leg alone. Trying to lift him up, and the referee has called maul, and that's why Wales will be pleased with themselves. They got underneath that, and they turned the ball over. Good work at the bottom there by Johan Emanuel.
Time off.
Oh yeah, 3 games in 8 days. Pretty tough on these bodies. Yeah, they're young and fit and agile, but still a game of rugby played with the intensity that these games are played with. It's there are some bruised bodies out there, some bruised shoulders, knees, ankles. I think they'll enjoy themselves tonight once it's all over.
Crouch. Binds. Sit.
Right on the halfway line, Wales' scrum.
Hold
Owen
down,
Pascal will feed this, and Kane James will go blind side. Kick down into the 22 is going to be gathered by Brown. His kick is expertly done. Pinpoint accuracy. He was in his own 5-metre line, and he didn't have a huge amount of space in which to operate. Have a look at this. Swerves at the end.
Make sure we hold it, yeah.
And out it goes on the full. Denevo was interested until just a little bit of bend on the ball took it safe.
6. Blue.
Never watched under 18s rugby before. 35-minute halves. Well, they still have to throw the ball in straight to a line out.
Scrum or line out. Scrum.
I would ask you to keep an eye on the line-outs at under 18s level. It isn't as polished as top-end professional level, and what it does mean is that often the ball will go over the top and into the midfield, and it creates a real level of excitement because it's kind of a way of just restarting, throwing the ball into the middle of the field and seeing who can get there first. And broken field running does often come off the back of it.
Binds. Sit.
Alderson, neat scrum for Scotland, steady scrum for Scotland. Good interplay, Russell does well to find Brown. Alderson again, out here. Watson is loitering.
Back.
Alderson gets ball to play with. Mark Godsell. Good carry from him as well. Irwin. Good interplay. This is nice. Away goes Duncan. No, he doesn't. The referee and the assistant on the far side, so I think that went forward. Duncan will be brought back. Yeah, forward pass. Godsell again with the carry. Good quick ball for Alderson to play with. He gets that ball from Brown, just a smidgen forward. It's a tough one.
Crouch. Binds. Sit.
Loud blast.
3 grounds.
Penalty Scotland.
Number 3 grounds.
Ethan Say is the man penalised. Duncan is brought back. I think Alderson will pass the ball to Irwin, or maybe even Brown. Yeah, Brown will come forward with his trusty right boot. He'll find a patch of land in the Wales 22.
Edge of the line, boys. Edge of the line. Step off.
Decent line-out from Scotland again. They come down with it. The rolling maulies form behind. Good body positions. And they'll twist and turn Wales. And at the back there, Fergus Wood is working hard with or without the ball. Scotland continue to pour forward. There goes Douglas lurching towards the line. Scotland are probing here. It's ominous for Wales. They've got to be strong. Full of resolve, the men in red. Lurch towards that line once more. Dive in at the whitewash. Come up a little short. Ando, does he get there? No, he twists and turns his body away to give Scotland another go. Knock on, says the referee, but they'll come back.
Side entry and 1 offside.
2 penalties. Carl Harris and Johan Emanuel both pinged.
At the line up. Do it at the line up. Yeah, come on. Who's going off? Step off, boys. Off the line. Off the line.
You can't quite see the transgression there, or is it behind the most foot they need to be. Good steal from Harris. He has potentially protected Wales a little bit. Pascal is getting rid of players. Wilson is set back behind his own line. It's a decent kick and a decent clearance, and Wales take the air out of Scotland's balloon. Wilson, who was probing close to the line there. Once again, the line out works well for Scotland. That pass was a little bit forward. It looked like the referee hasn't spotted it. Scotland still have the ball. Wales potentially could feel a little hard done by. Even the player who threw the pass was suggesting it was forward. Oh, that's a ball over the top, which has been plucked out of the air by Ross Weldon. Sorry, Rhys Weldon. Harry Rhys Weldon, good work there. Wales, a little dab over the top from Wild, he can't grab the ball. Russell and Ventisey combine. Scotland now get a chance in which to go, and now it's stripped, and Kane James is always going to take on the defensive line. That was the knock-on. Another look at the steal from Carl Harris. Physios and medics having to work hard this last 8 days as well, get everyone sorted out, set up, shoulders and elbows and knees and toes and everything in between, making sure that all of these players are well looked after.
Time on.
We'll have another scrum.
Crouch. Binds.
Hugo Alderson with the put into the scrum. A little aggressive look around. Rockley is brought in off his wing. He's going to try and find a soft shoulder. Scotland are in behind again. Jack Brown is looking for players, and and everyone's off their feet. The assistant referee on the far side almost put his flag up there. He got whacked by the player flying out of touch, but ball is alive still. Scotland are with it. Like a pre-bind there, but we'll play on. Forward they come again. Wilson on his own, putting his head down, and once again burrowing his way towards that Wales line. Round the corner they come. They're slightly short of men, Scotland. They have to bring a few players out. The advantage is coming to them, though.
Tackle! Step, boys, step.
They're going to go right. Alderson's going to fire it out. A little bit of space out here if it can work.
Leave it, you two.
And there's a little bit of firing into each other. Try scorer Cody Stone making his presence felt. Language from these under-18s is sometimes adult. Apologies if you're picking that up. They're fired up though.
Mark. Off the line, boys. Off the line.
Good position this for Scotland. They need to convert this. Oliver Duncan, without a number on his back, comes down with the ball at the line out.
Don't change. 18.
Better body positions. Backs flat. Through they go. Backs come in to try and lend their weight. Ball is over the line. No, it's not. It's held up short.
Here it come. Stay here.
Scotland are going to try and dig in for this. Douglas is going to try and push himself to the line. He can't. Alderson, he's going to fling it left. There is space out here. The ball will have to come. Brown thinks he half thought about the pass and then the gap, and Alderson gets the ball and knocks the ball on. There is somewhat of a mistake there, I think, made by Brown and Rockley. And indeed, Alderson's they came across. They had to cover a huge amount of space here. You can see Jack Brown here. He's kind of waiting for the defenders to leave him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Del Nevo. Scott Del Nevo does a brilliant job of making that tackle, staying with his man and closing the space down, and he's delighted with his work. Scott Del Nevo. Would have been Tom Bowen at fullback, but Del Nevo, who started previous games, has been pushed up. I think a late injury in warm-up to Tom Bowen. Scott Del Nevo doing some fantastic work to snuff out the danger. And Wales once again get the ball back in their own 5-metre line, and they'll get a chance to clear their lines.
Crouch. Binds. Sit.
Kane James, look at the pace of Kane James. It is very, very quick. Ball over the top though. They're in there, are they? Oh, referee says must clear out. Didn't hear the call from him originally, but looks like
This man here has to roll.
decent body position from Freddie Douglas, but it's not him who's been penalised, I think. Is that Thomas Russell or Johnny Ventisse who's put himself in the wrong position, the wrong side of the ball, which has allowed Douglas a go at it. And Wild gets a better kick away, and actually the referee's talking there to Scotland and asking them to get away. Kane James's pace, we will see it later on in this game, I promise you. We'll see it in full flight. We haven't quite had him unleashed yet, Kane James, but we will do. And we'll fire and give him a go. Once again, Scotland penalised, just slightly isolated. And Wales able to get their hands on the ball, and Harry Wild, once again, I think they're going to make about 50-60 metres here off 2 penalties. Up the field they go. As Kane James wearing 8, he loiters around in the back line because he moves like a back, quite frankly. He's more than able. Just need to find him on the right line. James now with the clear out, and that's good body position from Scotland.
Bounces knock on.
Bounces this way, and then the other. Evan Wood tries to clear things up for Wales. 2 centres, Robertson and Emmanuel combine. Pascal, then with the other Emmanuel. Wild, half through the gap. No, he does fully go through the gap. Pass on to Jenkins, Kenzie Jenkins. Oh, good hands. One-handed take from Scott Del Nevo. This is better from Wales. Wood. Pascal, inside pass. The call came from Reece Weldon, but it's been knocked on. Brown's siege gun boot has kicked it down towards the Wales 22. They will have to build again. Del Nevo
Waits, Reed,
thinks he sees a gap downfield. He does. Neat little kick into the corner. And the chase is a good one. Brown is going to have to be clever and quick. And he does. Clear his lines, but that is a net gain for Wales, potentially, off that kick.
Into the line, Blue. Stay off it. Stay off it.
Yeah, Brown's kick was a good one. Good response. Super kick from Dunnevo. Inside pass. We have Sam Scott on the field for the City of Oxford. Ace College set up down there, wearing 18 on his back. Scotland getting in the way, and yeah, they'll come back for that because the actual, and they'll have a word here. The referee has warned Scotland. They'll have a word here, and I think Jack Brown will be brought in as captain.
Just ball here, please, Tim. So we've had 3 penalties for tackles. Now I've got 7 and on an ankle here. It needs to stop, otherwise you leave me no option. Do you understand? Yeah, but work. Yes, please. Yes.
Jack Brown is now going to wag the finger at his team and make sure they can't play any period of this game down a man. This is a really close and well fought affair. Scotland have got to be clever here. They can't get drawn in. They can't allow the referee to send one of them to the sin bin.
Time on. Penalty. Entry. Shot call.
And with about 3 minutes to play until half time, Harry Wild has asked for the tee. Lovely afternoon here in Dublin. We had an absolute drizzler of a day in the last round. Really horrible conditions, difficult on the hands. Today it is, well, as you can see, it's picture perfect. The breeze, the wind that played a part in the last 2 rounds, whipping as it did down this field, is really not ever so present. Slightly at the back of Harry Wild for this kick. And it's a decent one. And another penalty from Harry Wild sneaks Wales's noses in front. Matthew Irwin will restart. Slightly short to kick. Cody Stone gets taken out in the air.
In the air. Got a number? 14. Just make sure, all right, you get your timing right.
Fergus Watson,
Yeah, I agree.
Liga, and Cody Stone did well to get into the air to make that, almost balk that penalty, if you like. Knew that if he got in the air, any contact would allow a penalty to be forthcoming.
Thank you, 14. Use the line, Blue.
Well, a couple of fantastic tries in these in this game. Scotland with a lovely bit of interplay for theirs, and then a very exciting bit of offloading, and Cody Stone away back in, and 2 penalties from Harry Wild at the moment. Wales are in front, but this, as promised, as suggested, is a good game. Kane James with the carry. Pascal plays conduit. Carry from Evan Wood. Then the ball bounces to Wales and they get another go at it. Ball over. And I think there's going to be trouble here for Freddie Douglas. He thinks he's in the right position. And he's going to be pinged and he's going to be told to go and sit down for a few minutes on the naughty step. Freddie Douglas, like any number 7, has to live on the edge and will have an option to see here. He's a bit unlucky. It's
Off the line, boys. Off the line.
both his feet are round on the perpendicular there. That's a tricky one. That's really open to the referee's interpretation. But that's rugby. And Wales now 5 metres out. and are sniffing. Just before half-time, Nicky Thomas is slammed to the floor. Ball is going to be there for James to carry. Still Wales go with some of their large forwards. James gingerly makes his way back to his feet. Pascal's digging for it, he can't get it out. His expletives are there. Knee on the floor. Wales are able to go again and push themselves almost towards that line. It comes out. Pascal will fling it wide. Lovely pass. Delnevo, lovely take. Can he get the ball down? He can. Scott Delnevo, great take above his head, then had to wrestle his way over the line and then find the ball down onto the floor. Well, a late addition to this game, but Scott Delnevo has assisted in Wales' first try and now gets a meat pie of his own. Ball over the top from Wild, opens up the rib cage of Scott Delnevo, and then he had to wrestle his way past Thomas Russell. And he gets the ball down and he'll be happy with that one, and Wales will be very happy with the last 5 minutes or so. Sounds as though we will restart, the referee.
5 seconds, yeah.
Actually, he's talking to the kicker. Harry Wild wanting to take every moment that he possibly can so that we can head into half-time with Wales in control. That is half-time. Scotland will feel hard done by because they started so well, and the damage has all been done in those closing moments of the first half. Wales in front by 8 points. Man in the bin, Freddie Douglas with the yellow card. He will remain in the bin at the start of the second half. But what a fascinating contest this is. Tries from Scott Delnevo, a brilliant one from Cody Stone. That counters the one from Seb Stephen and Scotland in the first half. And as we head into Oranges, it's Scotland 10, Wales 18. Well, we'll have another look at the tries from these games, and they're all good. That was a lovely line from Bart Godsell, and just have a look at the way that Seb Stephen picks up that ball almost below his kneecaps, and it was a lovely finish from the Aberdeen grammar boy. Delay on the pass allows Godsell to clamber through, and away charge Scotland. They looked really good in that opening exchange. Wales barely had the ball, and then this was an absolute perler. Pass from Delnevo. Have a look at that for an offload to release Cody Stone, and he still had a bit of work to do, the flying winger. But I think Carl Harris, the Ospreys blindside, is going to enjoy looking back at that offload. Stone into the corner, delighted with it. Have a look at the wider angle here. Let's have a look at the transfer into the right hand, almost below the counter, the offload. And then some really good, hearty, courageous defensive work from Wales. Scotland weren't able to really convert. They got close. Keita Ando got exceptionally close there. Wales kept them out, crucially. The knock-on coming. They came back for a penalty, but again it was cleared. Douglas again, well wrapped up. Wales will be pleased with this defensive display. Have a look at this tackle from Del Nevo on his opposite number. Been a hero of the first half as the Landaf boy. Scott Del Nevo. And he got his little moment here. The ball over the top from Harry Wild is a precarious one. Del Nevo reaches that, plucks it out of the Dublin air and gets the ball down despite the attentions of Russell. And as I say, the Landaf skipper, now it's a popular part of the world to come from if you're a Wales fullback. Mikey Ray will be very, very impressed with the work of Scott Del Nevo. And the Landaf boy has put Wales 18 points to 10 in front and firmly in the hot seat for the second half. But it should be a good one, don't go too far away. Scotland 10, Wales 18. Right, both teams are out then for the second half. Scotland behind, despite, in fairness, having a lion's share of the first half possession and territory. Wales have taken their opportunities well. Scotland found themselves on the wrong side of referee Richard Gordon. And Freddie Douglas, I think, is still in the bin. And Matthew Irwin kicks the ball long. Charge down, oh, what a gift! Johnny Ventisey is going to get on the score sheet. And that is exactly the start Scotland would have wanted. Wales look around confused and bewildered by exactly how they've been slapped in the face in the first 15 seconds of this second half. The kick is deep from Irwin. Wales seem more than able to deal with it. The kick from Wild, and Ventisey is on him like a rash. To come back onto his right foot, doesn't he, which maybe gives Ventisey a little bit of an angle. And oh my goodness, if that is what Scotland were asking for, they've got it. Immediate response. Brown adds the conversion, and it's a 1-point game. Wild just has to come back onto his right foot. Good take from Watson. High and in the sunshine. We have a change at half-back. Patterson is on. There he is, Hector Patterson. Linking up again. Spun out wide. Samuel Rockley, the London Irish winger. Good press from Wales. Ball is almost available for them to have a snaffle of.
Use.
Clearance from Patterson has gone high. Perhaps hasn't gone in the right direction. Scotland have got the ball back though. It's going to work for them. Patterson is going to feed this back line. Doesn't quite get out that far. Now we'll have another go at it. Irwin fires the ball.
Stop. 22.
Brown's right boot is going to find open partially. Bounce is high. And into the hands of Scott Del Nevo. What a first half he had. Beautiful pass to find Harris, who in turn found Cody Stone. Brilliant tackle as well on Jack Brown to stop Scotland from scoring, and then turns up with his own try. There is a player of the match for the first half. I think Scott Del Nevo is it. Good line-out from Scotland. Into the midfield they come. Try scorer Johnny Ventisey bouncing his way into the Wales defence. Once more, Scotland making headway.
No, 5. Stay.
Ball is not allowed to be played by the referee, and offside come Wales, over eager, listening to the instructions. All over the top isn't going to work out what it might do. Sam Rockley's on it, and he's round the defender. Sam Rockley for the line. Can he get there? Is he held up? No, the referee says yes. Rockley's last minute twist of the body, of the torso, manages to get the ball down. Advantage was coming for Scotland, but Rockley had other ideas, and he showed a little bit of class earlier in the game, and that's a good finish for the Bishop Wandsworth boy. Kick over the top, didn't look strong, and then that little tap there from Reece Weldon, almost sat the ball up for Rockley. Reece Weldon tries to get back, gets underneath him. A little bit of help, I think, from Wild, is it? But Rockley gets the ball down. Referee was in good position. Excellent work from the official to get there and get round. Yeah, end of the ball, over the line. And Scotland have had a dream start to this second half. It's not a dream kick from Jack Brown, but it doesn't matter. Scotland's team talk has done the trick. Irwin with the assist, over the top, just dips and bounces, or should I say tapped it up into the hands of Samuel Rockley. Despite the attentions of Wild at the end there, Scotland get the dab down. Another charge down. This might work for Scotland though. It bounces into the hands of Fergus Watson. See, Ollie Blythe Lafferty is on.
Watch that for me, watch that for me.
Patterson's going to try and dig this out. Irwin to the hands of Wilson. Manages to get the ball back. Irwin again spins it wide. Rockley's out there on the left-hand touchline again. He's going to come in to clear out this time. Irwin, fierce pass across there. Doesn't bounce into the hands of Wales, and Kane James almost felt the door was ajar. Advantage coming for Wales this time. Again, another interference there, and the referee's whistle is loud.
Step away. Step away.
This is warming up to be potentially one of the games of the festival.
Let's go.
Both these sides full of intent. The skills on show as well. Wales will kick into the 22. Confirmation there. Keita Ando has gone off. Ollie Blythe Lafferty, the Boroughmuir boy, is on. He's going to have to work hard in defence here against this Wales rolling maul. Round they creep. Wales still going. Scotland having to carefully reposition themselves, and Wales are trundling towards that line, and they're over, are they? Yes, the referee agrees. It's a little bit of afters. I think it's Evan Wood who's got the try. And I tell you what, under 18 rugby is front foot stuff. It really is.
Walk away. Let's go.
The impetuousness of youth is never too far away from boiling point at under 18 level. They love to get stuck into each other. They love to celebrate in each other's faces, and sometimes that you can understand why. It boils over. The referee's going to have a word here. Now let's just see who gets the touchdown, because I think it's Evan Wood who comes up with it. He's certainly got the ball at the back there. You can see him trundling, riding the rolling ball. Yeah, and he does get the ball down, Evan Wood. Great try for him. He's happy about it. Now, where does the secondary bit there? Harry Beddle and Jack Brown, captains of both sides.
Leave the other team alone. Understood?
Leave the other team alone is the answer. Richard Gordon, didactic in his tones. I wonder whether or not we can see. Well, I think this is. We're going to have another look at the try, and we won't potentially see the try from this angle. But can we see what sparks it off afterwards? Because Wood goes the other side of this rolling ball to get the touchdown. And then afterwards, what happens? Oh, I can't see. Wild's kick, just to the right-hand side. It's a one-point game again. 3 tries each. Try from each of the hookers. Try from each of the wingers. Full back and a centre in it as well. Charge downs, rolling mauls, fisticuffs. What more could you want from a game of rugby? Wild and Wales bring the passion and the power from their own 22. It's the replacement Sam Scott wearing 18 on his back. Carry from him. We also have Keanu Evans on the field wearing 19 at the bottom of that ruck. Pascal is going to send this skyward. The ball's going to bounce, and it's always awkward when the rugby ball bounces, and Jack Brown just about does well enough to get to his feet. The Wales are going to be rewarded there, and I think it's Keanu Evans who's done the work over the ball. Kick down the touchline. This game is swinging one way then the other. Scotland had all of the momentum in the first 5 minutes of this second half. Now it's Wales' turn, and it's Scotland have to defend without the ball. Once again, it's at the back. So Hurley and Scott combine, carry it a bit further forward. Pascal. You can hear there from the referee that this is the house's money that Wales are going to be able to play with. They will come back for a penalty if this doesn't work out. Maybe the kick across field will come. No, behind the screen. Oh, what a lovely dummy. Stefan Emmanuel. Beautiful presence of mind to use the runners outside him as decoys. And the Millfield and Cardiff centre is over for a crucial Wales try. It was a free go. The penalty was coming. But Wild and then Emmanuel, lovely dummy to open up the door. And he slices through the Scotland defence.
Thanks, mate.
Lovely finish from Emmanuel.
Never going to say no to that.
His head bandaged up. His rugby game, his rugby head, as it were, was more than aware of what was in front of him, and he played it to perfection. Have a look at here at the way that Emmanuel picks up the ball and then just uses that run of Reece Weldon. Just took the players away. Now Isaac Coates is on. Fly half from Scotland. Wales' lead goes back to 8 points. Referee thought there may have been a knock on, there wasn't. Wales through Emmanuel building again. They strike from here, Del Nevo. Got a quiet last 10 minutes, isn't he, Del Nevo? Wales clamber their way up to the halfway line. Scott, I think, with the carry. Pascal. Again, good tackle on Carl Harris. Pascal again just waits, chooses the right weapon.
Tackle!
Kick over the top, a little bit of invention from Wild. It's going to land with Coates, and Coates just about brings in Watson, but Watson's toes touch the line. And Cody Stone, who is still revved up,
Subs. Time off.
puts the tackle in.
6 blue.
Wild's kick, I thought, was a little too long, and Coates tried the counter-attack. Look at this tackle from Stone, though. Grabs the shoelaces of Watson.
Hold. Going off far side.
A few substitutions will try and bring you up to speed with it, but this game is moving at a pace. You don't want to miss out any of the action. Oh, the ball has bounced up into the hands of Oliver Duncan. Now it's Scotland's chance. Penalty for them to play with.
Number 5 has to roll. Number 5 has to roll.
Quick tap. Patterson to Seb Stevens. Seems a long time since he crossed the line in the first half. They'll go left. Coates will fling it out wide. That's the 22-metre line. Scotland building again.
No read.
Godsell. He plays the ball back. Brown clambering through. Douglas does well to get away from the first man, does well to stay on his feet. Douglas, now he plays the ball back. Scotland are in striking distance here. Oh, a little bit of hesitation. Maybe has undone it, but Patterson's going to climb towards things. He's repelled. Got quite close to that line and then tumbles back to 5 metres out. Ball is well picked up. Stephen will pass the ball on.
Stay. 1.
Duncan is waiting at the base of this one. Passes the ball to his front rower. Scotland's suddenly taking their time a little bit. They've slowed. Stephen! Stephen's going to burst through the doors! Seb Stevens suddenly found a soft shoulder, and the leg drive took him the requisite yards to the try line. Second try for the hooker. Have a look here. They just slowed it a little, and then Stephen thought he was held and then pumped those legs. The pistons fired, and Seb Stephen. Wow, this game rocks one way, then the other. What a matchup this is. Well, I hope you're enjoying this. Absolutely fantastic game of rugby. Really showcasing the skill and talent at under 18 level. Not to mention the power as well. Strong old boys, as Seb Stevens showed there. The kick from Jack Brown is laser straight. 4 tries all. 29 points to 30. That the most recent score from Seb Stevens. Second of his brace of scores. And we still have 20 minutes to go. Just under 20 minutes to go. Oh, enjoy this. This should be fantastic. Oh, great take. Another offload from Wales and the hands of Carl Harris. Here go the men in red. Marching towards that line, trying to find holes in the Scotland defence. Shadow of the post. Pascal's going to go digging again. He's going to go right. Oh, knocked on. Max Bignell, I think it was. He spilt that ball and Scotland will get it back. See, Luke Evans is also on wearing 20. Coates is going to run it from his own line, and they're interested in the turnover here. Body position there, good from Keanu Evans once more. Done it a couple of times as Evans.
Time off.
Scotland were playing with an advantage. Don't know whether we'll get another look at that Carl Harris offload again. He's kind of found this speciality out of the back of the hand, firing it low with his right hand inside him. Brilliant for Cody Stone's score in the first half, and he did it again. Great take from Carl Harris off the restart. That's Johan Duggan wearing 25 with the blue scrum cap. He's looking to come on. For conversation as to whether or not he does. It doesn't look like he is going to join us at the moment.
Crouch!
What a reminder. Neither of these teams have won a game. Scotland were beaten by Ireland and France. Wales were beaten by Italy and Ireland. And there's a 1 point difference here. Kewan Peters does well to get that ball away. Jack Brown will break from his own line. He is hauled down by Harry Wild. 22-metre line. Patterson. Clearance from Patterson up to the halfway. It's going to hang out over there. Del Nevo. Brilliant offload again. Fantastic hands from the Welsh side. Cody Stone wrestles his way towards the floor. Harry Beddle, the captain of this Welsh side. Early carries well. Oh, good tackle on Bignell. Torkington is on. Bit of space here out on the left though. Stone is going to take his small frame into the face of the Scotland defenders. He is got a heart the size of a lion as Cody Stone. Taking them all on today. Once again, Wales get the ball. Wild will come back against the tide and throw an ambitious dummy which Scotland don't buy. Left they come. Little nudge through, and that's come off Blue. It's going to be a Wales line out on the 22-metre line. That's worked well there.
On the line.
Now an introduction of Jack Woods. Sorry, Evan Minto is coming on. Sam Luini is on instead of Sam Rockley. Change of Sams for Scotland. A few running repairs, 15 minutes to go. 35 minutes each at under 18 level. And as you can see on that graphic on the top left-hand side, 4 tries each. And they've been really good scores as well. Each one of them interesting and had its own narrative to it. It has been a seesaw of a game, this one. And as the sun beats down on Energia Park in Dublin, we have some cracking games for you in front of us. France versus Italy is next, and then to round off the occasion, round off the festival, Ireland will play England. And the ball's going to bounce for Harry Wild. Oh, he's reaching for it. He's done brilliantly there. He's got hold of it. Wales are over the line. That is a fantastic pickup. And I think it's Sam Scott. Replacement prop forward has nappled that off the floor. Picked it up. Crashed over the line. Have a look at the way this bounces for Wild. Again, I mentioned it earlier, the ball into the midfield, it's like a hand grenade. It's anyone's. Wild does brilliantly to bounce on it, secure it, and then Sam Scott, like a bowling ball, unstoppable, low centre of gravity, little nudge there from Wild, and then the courage to get down on the floor and pick it up. Sam Scott read what was going on in front of him exceptionally well. And that is a missed conversion. Wild will be frustrated with that because that was relatively straightforward. I was mentioning it earlier, wasn't it, the lineouts. They don't always go to plan, but my goodness, they don't half make exciting rugby. Wild, brilliant. Scott, great presence of mind.
No hands! Carry back.
But conversion, crucial missed. It's a 6-point game, not an 8-point game. I wonder whether that will just interest Scotland.
Forward, 18!
Wilds kick downfield, doesn't go out. Coates and Brown combine. Kick through from Luini. Del Nevo produces the ball back for his Welsh side. big knock. Carry from him. Counter right, allowed to go. Well, the ball has been kicked back, and was that knocked on? The referee didn't see it. Pascal. His kick is going to be chased. Lueni does well on a second occasion. Offload. Dabbed back by Scotland. They kind of had to make sure that it didn't go forward. Now that person's come from offside position. I think it is Luke Evans who's just grabbed the ball on the run back, and it's so difficult to ignore a rugby ball on the rugby field as it rolls past you, but he wasn't allowed to touch it, and that's given a free go for Scotland to clear the trouble through the boot of Isaac Coates, and that left boot of his is going to fire it over the halfway line, or only just. Scotland. Duncan does well at the top. This is Lloyd McEwen-Peters making somewhat of an inroad. Half a jab there from Scotland. Knock on, says the referee. And Scott, the try scorer, is going to unleash players down the left-hand touchline. Referee spotted a high tackle, I think, on Carl Harris. No, it's on Emmanuel. Stefan Emmanuel was the man having his collar felt. Illegally so, says the referee, and this is a good position for Wild to kick into. Duggan has a little word in the ear of Harry Wild. Potential strike play on its way, is it, for Wales? Got to get the line out right first. More rolling substitutions. Fraser Wilson is going to come back on. No, that is better for Wales. They break off. Dart towards that line. Referee says tackle. Ball is going to be played back. Short of the line, says the referee. Looks like it's over from here. And it is it?
Short, over.
Oh, he's given the penalty against them. He claimed it was short, and then I think it was Saul Hurley manoeuvred himself illegally once he had been tackled to get the ball over the line. It's an interesting one. Is he allowed to place it once he hits the floor? I don't know whether we'll get another look at it here. Joshua Pearce playing scrum half, and it's difficult to see there. Wales are unhappy with it, but Scotland are delighted to get the exit. 8.5 minutes to go. 6 points in it. McEwen-Peters will put out a large hand and try and fend. Scotland not looking to exit at the moment. Patterson and Coates combine. Sam Stephen with 2 tries to his name, still on the field. Looking active. Kick across field. It's an ambitious one, it might work. The offload doesn't quite. Referee says play on. Freddie Douglas has done brilliantly there if he's managed to hold on to that. Wales pour through at the breakdown. Lueni is there as halfback. Looked a little high on Coates. It's ramping up here. The nervous tension is starting to grow. You can hear the crowd getting more and more anxious, cheering their boys, their sons, their friends on. Hugh Peters out to Brown. Big take from Wilson. Watson has to work his way back in field. To be careful not to be thrown away. Again, there's a little bit of afters. Tempers, emotions, they're running high. That is a knock on. And Emmanuel will get to the ball first. They're going to have to go from deep, Scotland. And there, Douglas, who's had a really good game, caught man and ball and losing it in the tackle. He is despondent with himself. Clock is stopped. 6.5 minutes to go. 5 tries to Wales. This is the one that they got very close with, and it was scrubbed out. Short there and then moved again. It doesn't seem to move his body. He's almost moved by the men subsequently coming in and pushing him over the line. Doesn't necessarily look like a double movement, but hey, what do I know? What do I matter? The only person that matters is the referee. Richard Gordon felt that it wasn't. He's gone off. There he's making his way off. Slowly. Clock is with Wales, of course. They might do a lot of things over the next 6.5 minutes pretty slowly.
Edge of the line, blue. Yep.
Fantastic game, this. Real credit to both these sides. Brand new front rows on. Saul Hurley, Max Bignell and Sam Scott for Wales. I say brand new. Ollie Blythe-Lafferty is on. Seb Stevens still hangs at hooker. And he will have to go quickly. Here goes Kane James, bursting through the door. Kane James, oh, the referee says you're not allowed to go again. James didn't feel he was held on to. James busts through tackles, he really does. He runs with such intent. If you could bottle up Kane James's intent and sell it on eBay, he'd make an absolute fortune. Have a look at him here. Watch the way that he just doesn't slow down in any shape or form. I think he's got a point. I don't think he is held there. Oliver McKenna is on, wearing 16. So Stephen has made his way off. So, crucial period this, last 6 minutes or so for Oliver McKenna to get his lines right at line-out time. Comes across from Mickey Keston. Line-out is good for Scotland, they come down with it. Douglas breaks away with the ball and it looks as though it's gone forward and Wales will get this ball back. Evan Minto.
No advantage.
A carry from him, but the referee will come back for a scrum and Wales will be happy with that because the scrum takes time out of the game.
Left to mark. Crouch.
Pearce put into the scrum. Oh, immediately penalised. Front row angling in, and once again Wales find their an opportunity in which to take time and possession and territory out of the game.
Edge of that line.
Jack Woods, come on and fly half. Pokes it up to the 22. Ball once again over the top at the line-out. McEwen Peters, large man, running well, good offload, finds Ventise, lovely offload again. Scotland are interested here. There the ball has gone forward. Tackles coming in from Wales, dislodge the ball. Brilliant break from Scotland.
No advantage.
Once again, the line out proving a fruitful way to counter-attack. This was a good offload from McEwen Peters, combining well with Ventise. This was another good offload round the corner, bided his time. And that tackle, it's an excellent tackle, isn't it? I think it's Eoin Duggan who just bides his time. You can see him there on the left of shot. He has to make his way all the way across the field. Here comes Duggan. Just as he collects the ball perfectly, poleaxes his Scotland counterpart, dislodges the ball, and Wales fans will be pleased with that. You can hear that. Last 4 minutes in this jersey is the call from the Wales team, and it is true. At under 18 level, so many players do not go on to further international honours higher up. Passion is going to flow in this last 4 minutes or so. They will be desperate, both these sides, ever so desperate to try and get a W against their names in this competition.
Crunch! Points!
6 points in it.
Sit!
The one score will kill it off either way. Good drive from Wales. Good 10 metres made. That's what they need to do. Hold on to the ball. That'll help.
7 clear release.
Douglas once again penalised. Kicks a good one. Jack Woods doing exactly what's been asked of him. Up to the 22 they saunter. Line out is decent. Down it comes.
Once.
Saul Hurley has the ball at the back of there. He's pushing. He's urging his men forward. This is now asking for it. Pleading with Hurley to get the ball to his back line. Across it goes. Scott. Douglas doing some good work there, but rejected by the referee. Good tackle from Scotland in the midfield. Wales come again across the boot, on the boot. Duggan reaches that. Referee says play on. Pearce combines with Evans. Right hand side they come.
Who's available?
Pearce is trying to get Scotland players out the way so he can get hold of it. Jenkins is back on the field. Carry from him. Pearce thinks about the half break, then fires the ball.
I know. Ball's available. It's your own players' league.
Time is ticking away. Pearce is looking for the ball. Scotland need it. Scotland need a turnover of some description. Jenkins, the Bristol Bear. Left they come. 30 seconds, says the referee. They've just got to hold on to it. Scotland are having this game ebb away from them.
Leave it, you two.
management of the ball here from Wales, and it's a high tackle, says the referee, and I think that will be it.
17, right there.
Jack Woods will tap and he will kick it into the stand, and Wales will win. Heartbreak for Scotland. They played brilliantly at times, struck from deep, carried well, tackled their hearts out. But it was Wales who just managed that last 10-15 minutes or so of this game with more proficiency. And their 5 tries to Scotland's 4 means that it is Wales who end up with the win. Scotland, unfortunately, have lost all 3 of their games in this competition. And the handshakes are dished out. A fine game to finish both of these teams' festival. And it is Wales who win. Wales 35, Scotland 29. And another fine example of under-18 Six Nations rugby. The highlights will run through, and we will see some fantastic tries from both these teams. An excellent exhibition in the Dublin sunshine, but it is Wales who win.